Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Grandia. Can I leave this place? I'd really like to leave this place. Before we spend the night and advance on to tomorrow, I actually want to take a look at the general store and see what items we've got. I don't know if we'll be able to after the fact. What the fuck? I think I almost killed what was ever under that table with a fucking dagger somehow. Oh, what do you got to sell us? A claymore, huge two-handed sword, a sister staff that can apparently cast cure or something, and another upgrade for the freaking Mareg. That's 3 upgrades in like 2 videos. See, we got the sister's hat that has paralysis resistance. I'm going to imagine that will probably come in handy since they're giving it to us. Negates knockback. Okay. The only person who will not get that is Mareg, because it will drastically drop his movement. You can deal with some knockback. Some poison resist. It's not really that much more defense for Rowan, but whatever. Got tons of jewelry. Like, see, I don't know what heal means when it's in brackets like that, or what it means whenever it said cure earlier. Does that mean that it automatically uses it on them? Or that they get to cast that as a spell or something? Scroll of All Heal. Restores 500 hit points to all of your allies. I'll buy 5 of those, please. I bought a lot of items that I don't really use. Move Blessing. Releases move blocks. Haven't ran into any of that so far. I'll buy 5 of each. And we've got 5 Yomi's elixirs. That should be good. Let's see, for regional food, we've got Butter Roll. Restores 50 SP. Fresh Sandwich. Restores 600 hit points and cures poison and paralysis. I waste so much money in this game. Patience Nut. I don't want to use these type of items. I'm not going to buy them. Can't make me, I refuse. So, with the last bit of money that we've got, let's get you a better claymore, you a better staff, and that is a significant increase. And we are now broke. Effective on humanoids. Okay. Sell all of those. Passionate Red Jacket. Ups evasion by 5%. Rest of this is garbage. And we're no longer broke again. Okay. I'm not gonna wander around town and look around. I'm going to assume that we're going to have to do that anyways. So let's just spend the night. Get our discussion, our round table around dinner underway.
I wish to thank you all for everything you've done for me.
Hey, you did your fair share too.
It has been quite a pleasure, and quite an adventure as well.
Much remains to be done with all. The wise man still tends to the fire, though it burns brightly.
Thank you so much. I just do not know how to thank you enough, my friends.
It's my job. Don't mention it.
Don't say that, Ryudo.
Excuse me. Miss Elena, come to the cathedral right now. His Holiness Zera is overjoyed by the news of your arrival.
Right now? I'm in the middle of dinner. I'm not ready yet. Can this not wait?
We shall bring your things later. His Holiness Zera is looking forward to having dinner with you. Please, do not make him wait.
No. I must not do that. Everyone? Ryudo? Don't spoil the moment, kid. By now, you know what to do. Good luck.
Miss Elena, please take care.
Your kindness is indeed a rare treasure. Elena. Elena.
Thank you all for everything you have done. I will not forget you. And that's the last we ever saw of Elena. On to the second part of the game.
Miss Elena, she's gone.
She is. And now we turn to other matters. Well, our job here is finished.
Yeah, the job's done. But I'm feeling a little sad about the whole thing. Go figure. It was a nice little adventure for Ryudo to spice up his life.
I can see it. The day of darkness is near. Valmar's moon, too. Its vile shadow is growing ever stronger. Valmar is certainly attempting to revive. You must understand this. Listen, Elena. Your mission is important, not just for you, but for the world. The darkness must be resealed in. Doing this will require all your effort, the power of Lord Granus, and the divine sword, the Grana Saber. You must find it, no matter what. Fail, and the world is doomed.
I understand.
You must succeed in order to remove the darkness within you as well. You must prevail.
I understand. I will not let you down. So what? Wait, what? Never been one for goodbyes or hellos. Can't help but feel a little bit sad when someone like her leaves.
Yes, were Miss Elena with us, we would be able to see the inside of the cathedral.
I presume it interests you.
Yes, Miss Elena often spoke of the confrontation between light and darkness, but I don't quite understand at all.
Light, darkness, Granus, Valmar. Can't tell them apart.
As well, I am not versed in the matters of religion.
So we might just find out something there.
Mr. Ryudo, I presume. What is this? I'm busy. Didn't your church drill some manners into you? Or did it just drill through your head?
I apologize for my rudeness, Ryudo. The Pope has called for you. Please, come to the cathedral right away.
Look, I realize word of my amazing singing voice has spread everywhere, but I'm not interested.
His Holiness Zera has a special request. Please, bring your companions also. I beg my leave.
The Pope has a special request. Sounds like the first line of a really bad joke.
What kind of person is His Holiness Zera? I understand he is said to be the sage who will save the world.
Yeah, which isn't nearly as impressive as the sage who will save his breath. This better be quick.
Got no time for the Pope. I'm Ryudo, the Geohound. I've got some angry wandering to do through the countryside.
I know what we'll have for our family breakfast. Some homemade bread, coated with lots of butter. Our family can hardly start a day without eating some of it. I'd better start making it.
Your whole family gathers for breakfast? Wow, I'm quite envious of you. Too bad Elena's not with us.
We need to get to the cathedral, now. I wonder what happened to Elena.
Home-baked bread is a blessing of Lord Granus, satisfying both stomach and soul. May we be strong in body and mind, ready to meet the day of darkness. The St. Heim Bakery. If I find any sweet rolls in here, I'm gonna delete the game.
Good morning, everyone. My, you've all got such happy faces today. That's sure to make Lord Grannis glad, too. Just look at the smile on you, young man.
My, you look as happy as a puppy dog. It's written all over your face.
What are you talking about? If you think calling me a puppy dog will help you to meet Elena,
you're barking up the wrong tree.
Come on now, Ryudo. Nobody said anything about Elena, did they?
Look, I want to buy some bread. I don't want to just talk to these random people. I want some fucking bread. You can't talk up the bread of St. Heim and then not let me buy any. Oh, what do we got here? House 2. I gotta check it, see if there's anything to steal. I mean, commandeer. Yeah, so what are these things I'm scaring? Horned little pig rats? Please don't worry if you don't understand what my husband is saying. I'm his wife and I don't understand much either. Wait a minute. I'd say it's all pretty much meaningless if no one understands what he says.
Now, Ryudo. Artists such as this man often have ideas that we ordinary people just simply cannot comprehend.
The stones used in our buildings were all quarried from our sacred St. Heim mountains. Can you feel them? The vibrations from each of the stones that form this building? The breath of Lord Grannis. That is an interesting theory. I would like to think it through.
Please excuse Mr. Marek. He is somewhat of an intellectual.
He's going to ponder it.
St. Heim, House 1, downstairs. Okay. Come on, let me knock that vase off. The sermons of the wonderful Pope Zera. I know that if my husband hears them, he'll abandon his desires and reform himself. I'm not too into religion, but I have to see for myself just how wonderful this Pope Zera guy is.
Yes, and you can visit Elena as well.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I was wanting to do. Mr. Future Trade King, there are several things I'm concerned about.
What might those be? The economy? Market trends, perhaps?
No. I'm not dressed right. I need to wear something more deluxe. Something more deluxe. Okay. I'm really kind of sad that there is nothing in these houses to steal ever.
Every day my dad just talks about trade. Mom just talks about Pope Zera.
They're both slackers. Ha! A kid after my own heart. Though I guess I'm a deadbeat too, since I've got nothing to do except go meet Pope Zera.
Hey, if you really do not wish to go, you should speak up, Ryudo. Just because you want to impress Elena, you...
Huh? What are you talking about, Roan? Better shut your little pipsqueak mouth. Leave your ass behind. Library. Oh dear. Can I actually read any of the books? Welcome to the library. Here you may read The Holy Light and the Light of Lord Grannis. Each is divided into several volumes, so if you wish to read them in order, start from the left side of the shelf. Oh dear. Might as well, it's a lore episode. The Holy Light, Book 1. Know that long ago all lived in the light. All knew the love of Grannis. The earth was bountiful, and the people's hearts were glad. And so did Valmar find the world. The taint of darkness spread across the land, and the heart of man was despoiled of its innocence. Light and darkness moved to battle, by fate ordained. Men, too, prepared for war, their numbers divided between light and darkness. And so began the battle of good and evil, fought without ceasing upon the fields of eternity, day yielding not to night. The dead had long ceased to be counted when at length Grannis and Valmar fixed their eyes upon each other better to make an end. What? Did Merrig write this?
Its formal title is The Holy Light.
Quite an inflated title for a dumbed-down version of the original scripture. This was meant to be read by us common folk, right?
Yes, that is right. Have you read it before?
Why the hell would I do that? Anyway, I've heard it all before, though not exactly in this form.
Book 2. Darkness fell before the light. The earth was split asunder. Land sunk to sea, and sea vomited land, as Valmar's spirit was sealed. A new moon was hung in the heavens. It is written that when the moon burns in remembrance, so misfortune will soon follow. Thus, it portends judgment of the righteous, and is called Valmar's moon, for the shadow of the Dark One lies long and heavy. There is much to meditate on within these pages.
I have to sleep on it. It shouldn't be a problem given the reading material.
You should at least be familiar with everything you find boring or difficult to read. Chances are, they're all important. He speaks truly.
You guys have been hanging out with Rowan too much.
The Holy Light, Book 3. The darkness stirred even as the seals were set, anxious again to work upon the hearts of men, so strong is its hatred of light. And Grannis set a part of his spirit aside, fashioning the sun to restore the ruined land. And then, wounded, the light slept. Does not the light of the sun shine even now? Does not the land await the return of its true God? May the light come quickly.
Does not Ryudo tire of this? Does he want to put his fist through this book? May his suffering end quickly.
Which part of it bothers you?
The part that says, whoopee for Grannis, let's run about happily, trailing brightly colored ribbons from our hands.
I guess that cannot be helped. It is that kind of book. But it is sort of one-sided.
So why don't we listen to the other side? I'm interested in what the followers of darkness have to say. Have to be fair after all.
I'm with Ryudo on this one. I want to know what Valmar's minions have to say. There better be a book here. I'm gonna be mad. The Light of Lord Grannis, Chapter 1. Once upon a time, people were in trouble. There was nothing in the world, and the people kept fighting all the same. Fighting over nothing like those dumb humans always do. One day, a huge light appeared in the sky and began to shine on the earth. The light blessed the earth and told the people to stop fighting. The light was Lord Grannis. The people listened to Lord Grannis and stopped fighting. Then the world became beautiful. Trees grew everywhere, birds sang sweetly, and fish played in the blue seas. Seeds rode the winds and flowers bloomed all over. The land became a true paradise. The people all praised Lord Grannis and lived happily.
Man, this is painful. How many young minds have been totally warped by this bogus story?
You have to admit, this is quite a major work.
I have never heard it.
Which explains why your eyes aren't glazed over like everyone else's. What stories do they tell kids where you're from, Merrig?
The sun also rises, and the sun also sets. The rivers run into the sea, and the sea is not full. The rain returns unto the heavens. Such is the manner in which our cycles begin. The legends are taught to the young, even as I was instructed while yet a youth.
Trees grow, beavers eat, tree falls. Beaver builds dam. More trees grow, I get it.
The Light of Lord Grannis, Chapter 2. But one day the sky suddenly grew cloudy. The daytime became as dark as night, and a heavy rain began to fall. A scary monster came to make traps to catch people who didn't take care of their hearts. These people became monsters. One after another, the monsters began to attack the people who were living happily. Lord Grannis saw that what the bad people were doing and lifted a giant sword to protect the good people from the monsters. Some people had run away when they saw the monsters. But when they saw Lord Grannis fighting, they came back to help. The battle lasted for like a long time or something, and the people who had become monsters, well, they totally didn't live through it, dude. To keep any more people from dying, Lord Grannis decided to fight the king of the monsters himself, who went by the name of Valmar. Your people burden themselves with dread at a tender age. Your fear of demons and darkness must indeed be great.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen a demon.
What are you saying?
You misspeak.
What are you talking about?
Miss Millennia.
Oh, right. But even if she is the wings of Valmar, which doesn't make much sense, she's not like the chumps in this story. Is she not? She definitely hates people having fun. We've seen that. House 3, I might have to run back and save it and end this video. When my husband served in this country, I wasn't particularly worried about him. But since he was sent to such a distant town, I worry and worry and worry every day. It started right after we were separated. Not that I would know much about this, but doesn't absence make the heart grow fonder? I don't know. Never mind. Definitely not missing Elena, even though it's only been like 6 hours or less.
Since my dad went far away, my mom's always saying stuff like, give thanks for every little thing and be happy you can smile. So I just thank everybody for everything. It's so simple.
A positive state of mind can carry you through any trouble, any ordeal.
I can't get my voice gravelly enough as I want for Marg today. It is a damn shame. I guess we'll go into the cathedral. Maybe this will be a long video, depending on how long this takes. This statue is a bit ostentatious, don't you think? Well, we are in God's country. Whatever. Still, wasn't there a statue like this in Elena's village? Come to think of it, yeah. Isn't it the one that Millennia was perched on top of?
What? You're working at this hour. Are you here to help me clean?
I don't know if we could do this. We've never actually tried. A little while ago, however, there was someone who would have loved to help you out. I don't have time for little measly side missions today, though, lady. You're gonna have to push that broom all on your own. Unless you've got some gold. I'm impressed. Pink stonework? Is that what I was seeing? Delicious tea. It's definitely fancy enough. I like those glowing stars up at the top.
Quite remarkable in its proportions. The thoughts of its architect twist and wind almost palpably through the sculpted stone.
How beautiful! It must have taken forever to build.
You must be Mr. Ryudo. His Holiness awaits in the audience chamber. Yeah, it is pink stonework. Would that be some type of pink marble? Stop gawking! Move it! We're not getting paid to stand around, and we're not getting any closer to finding my brother either. Cathedral lobby. I could run around and talk to everyone, but no. Mr. Ryudo, please go inside. I'm sorry, but your companions must wait out here. Didn't he say my friends could come? He has important things to discuss with you, so...
Oh, it is all right. I don't mind. I can wait. Can I at least wait somewhere interesting?
Ah, our library is most interesting. There you will find many important books about the doctrine of our church. Feel free to brainwash yourself as much as you want.
Mr. Ryudo, can I talk to you really quick? There might be some interesting information at the library. I'll check it out.
Clever boy.
More clever than other little boys I know. So may I lead you to the may I lead you to the library?
Why can I say hang on a second?
I see. If you have some business to finish, please do so quickly.
Oh, what is gonna happen here?
Okay. Rowan, are you gonna...
You're gonna make me talk to you again?
Mr. Ryudo, in case you forgot what I said just a second ago, I'm gonna head to the library. So, it's totally fine, just go in there.
Go on, you can take him.
Ryudo, we'll be waiting in the library.
Yeah, I'll meet up with you later. Splitting my group up, giving me the option to split it up or not. Curiouser and curiouser. The service is still in progress. Please be quiet. This way. It's definitely fancy. They're being sure to rub that in our face.
Bring to this world light, peace, and harmony.
His face.
Your Holiness Zera, please calm our anxious hearts. What can we do to rid the world of the terrifying darkness?
You must bolster your soul. If you leave no chink in the armor of your soul, then the darkness will be forced to leave.
Please save us from Valmar.
You must not falter. We must all not give in to darkness. I cannot save you. You must save yourselves.
Your Holiness Zera, please lend me your ear.
Yes, what should we do?
What will happen to the world? Quiet! We are here to bring peace to the world. How can one do so in a panic? Everyone, please, calm down.
Yet, Your Highness Zera, the recent rumors of the revival of Valmar are not going away. I have even heard reports that the rumors might be true. Right, High Priestess Celine? At this rate, the day of darkness seems unavoidable.
But we must not strike fear in the hearts of the people we are trying to save. Doing so would surely go against the will of Lord Granus. What do you say, Cardinal Oro?
Oh, when the day of darkness comes, the world will most definitely be destroyed. I don't know what we can do.
Celine, do not misunderstand me. I'm not saying that the action the Cathedral Knights took was wrong. But you went too far. You must not frighten the people away from Lord Granus.
Yes, Your Holiness.
You must all remain on guard, so that darkness cannot take advantage of you. Please, everyone, back to your rooms.
Zera seems like a level-headed guy so far. I'm kind of shocked. Ah, Mr. Ryudo, please, come. Nice speech. Please, accept my apologies. I did not mean to make you wait. am sorry for having called upon you on such short notice, but my request is not an ordinary one. Please, to the next room.
Elena. Since we are devoutly faithful, we cannot be drawn to Valmar. That means the day of darkness won't ever come.
If you believe in that Pope of yours, that is.
Look, just believe Pope Zera's sermons. They make your heart and soul stronger. The teachings of Lord Granus will bring people peace and happiness.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. If you have faith in Lord Granus, all paths will be open to you. Please join us in prayer as a believer in Lord Granus.
Sounds tempting, but I think I'll pass this time.
Oh, please don't say that. By all means, join us.
I'd rather not. I don't really trust you guys. You could, be body snatchers or something. Maybe you're gonna spike my communion wine with a roofie and I'll wake up in some dungeon of yours. I know Celine wants a piece of me. She's around here, right? I certainly can't trust any drinks with her running around. Can't trust this damn bird to watch my back either. Sky, you'd probably laugh at it, wouldn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about, Ryudo.
I thank you for what you have done on Elena's behalf. But now, I have a special request to make. Before we get to that, tell me, what about Elena? Will she be all right? You ask if the presence of Valmar can be driven from her. Sadly, I must tell you that is beyond even my power. However, if the sword of Granus can be recovered, there may yet be hope for us all. That is why I have asked you here.
Keep talking.
I want you to find the divine sword, the Grana Saber. The sword which slew the Dark One must be returned to us if the light is to be restored to this world.
You still haven't made an actual request, but I get the idea.
Yes, Elena has told me much. Enough for me to know that you are the only one capable of contending with the darkness. Naturally, this request must appear absurd to you. However, as your reward, we shall give you whatsoever you request.
Suddenly this conversation has become more interesting.
However, when you depart, I wish for Elena to accompany you.
Why bring her along? You sure you don't want to cast a few wards against Valmar instead?
Unfortunately, we can do nothing more for Elena now. We would be unable to protect her from Valmar even if she were to remain here. She will be safer with you, Mr. Ryudo.
You're right. Your request is absurd.
The pieces of Valmar struggle for dominance, each attempting to devour the others, in order that the darkness will be restored. According to the prophecy, once the pieces unite, the day of darkness will come upon us, and all mankind will be destroyed.
So what do? Sharpen a pointy stick?
Lord Granus has yet to recover from battle. Thus, our world heads toward darkness, lacking the guiding hand of light. Were we to possess the Grana Saber, we would at least be able to bring back some of the light of Lord Granus. Then, can Elena be saved, and our world protected from the advent of the day of darkness?
Any idea where this sword might be?
Unfortunately, our holy book says only that it rests with the Legion of Darkness.
I'm sorry. That's not vague enough for me. Could you be a little less specific?
I need some time to think it over. I will wait until tomorrow for your answer. I have prepared rooms for you, so please, stay here tonight. but I see that I have tired you. Rest and return tomorrow, but please consider my offer. I hope you will accept it. As if we would say no. Elena, are you all right? Has something happened? Oh, do not worry about me. I just want you to think long and hard about Pope Zera's request. Even among the followers of Granus, there is less and less solidarity. Perhaps my abilities are lacking. To save the world, we must ask your help to find the divine sword, said to rest with the Legion of Darkness. Yeah, we'll go think it over. Is there anything back here? You're not hiding any treasure behind the curtains? What type of pope are you? Elena, what's with you? Ryudo, do as he asks, please. Not for me, but for everyone. The world. Damn women and their manipulative women ways. What could His Holiness be thinking of? At this rate? Cardinal Oro. Ryudo, I believe, was your name. Just what did His Holiness Zera tell you? Huh? He asked me to find some divine sword. I see. I question His Holiness's selection of emissaries. A task this great surely requires someone with more experience. Careful with your words. Careful with your words, aren't you, old man? I'd be as careful with my judgment were I you. Experience I have. Patience I don't. Insolence! Listen well, stripling. It is best you abandon your search, for it is not for a churlish whelp to find the Grana saber. Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to ignore you, and then I'm gonna leave. You just stay there. Stay. Stay. Good boy. Ashes! What could His Holiness Zera be thinking? That fool boy's... What? I thought I was going to say insolence. That fool boy's insouciance will be our ruin when the day of darkness comes. Never even heard of that word before. I might have to Google that and see if it's even real. Whatever shall we do? I'm an old and feeble cardinal. Choir boys, to my room now. I require pampering. I'm not talking to any of you. There is so many people to talk to. I kind of hate blowing past them, but at the same time, I don't want this video to go on for an hour. I'm sure they would provide wonderful backstory. Maybe we'll talk to them next video. I'm going to save it and end this. When we return, Ryudo's decision. Is he going to save the world? Or is he just going to say, nah?